What's good? What is good? What is good, guys? B3 here, and this is going to be a House of the Dragons rant. So this is a spoiler warning right here. If you did not see the new episode of season 2 House of Dragon or the House of Dragon series, this is your spoiler warning right here and now. Okay, long story short, like the series, side more with the greens, but that honestly doesn't really matter. I'm here today to talk about the Christon Cole. Yes, the new reveal within Christon Cole's character, in which it was shown that Christon Cole has a sexual relation with Alicent in the story. And from this main thing, I just want to talk about Christon Cole and why this is bad and terrible writing. Okay, so the pinpoint my disappointment with this whole thing is I want to talk about Christon Cole as a character. I felt that Christon Cole as a character had many meanings, at least to me. I felt that Christon Cole's character season 1 was pretty good. Within the entirety of like House of Dragons, every single character is to some degree unredeemable, but they have redeemable traits. It's in them in certain ways, certain form. Like some more than others, and Christon Cole was just like all the other characters. I felt like he had very redeemable traits. You can debate whether he was right or wrong within the choices he made in life, but I felt that there were some parts of his character that made him relatable, or at least I could understand where he was going or why he did what he did. And I felt like it specifically related to him because Christon Cole is one of the most unique characters throughout in the House of Dragon series, because unlike everyone else, Christon Cole is by far the least powerful person there in terms of least status. Well, not necessarily status, but like in terms of replaceability. Christon Cole could probably be the most easily replaced person anywhere there because he's just a knight. Unlike Alicent, a daughter of the High Towers, Rhaenyra, the daughter of the King, Aemon, all dragon-related people. I feel like Christon Cole is by far the most replaceable in terms of the fact of like they can find a better someone who can do just as good as fighting and someone who can just as good as strategy to replace him. And yet he has survived throughout the series, being a key player. And I like this character. I really did. I like the storyline in which you're going. To me, and me personally, you can take it any way you want. I think Christon Cole's character should represent justice, honor, and sacrifice. The words that Alicent said to Rhaenyra during their Nightfall session. I felt that was the light going through to his character, being that Rhaenyra to a certain degree did take these things away from him. His honor. Be it how you want to view the relationship, where they had that one night stand, I still think that Christon Cole was taken advantage of. Like there was no way to get out of it. Like Christon Cole lives in a world of nepotism, literal nepotism, where just having the right friends and family is not only expected to get you in the right places, but is the law and will get you in the right places. I honestly feel like he had no other choice within the matters of his relationship between Rhaenyra, with her coming on to him, and him having no other choice. Because guess what? No matter what it is, Rhaenyra is his boss. And he, unlike anyone else, had no one, no high friends, and no high family members. There's no other option for him to do. It honestly was. And I felt people downplay it because he's a male. Like, honestly speaking, if it was a female and the word no was ever uttered or hesitation, it would have been looked upon differently. That's my personal opinion. But like, it's not even fair. Because like, let's think about it. Who could he go to? Well, he can go to his Lord Commander. Oh, who does he work for? Rhaenyra's father, the king. Oh, well, he can go to the queen. Who does she live with and sleep with? Oh yeah, the king. He can say no to Rhaenyra and get an unknown penalty for quote unquote possibly lying or telling the truth. Like, what could he had possibly done? And I like this because I thought this was a point of his character signifying that in certain parts of life you kind of have no choice and it's unfair to you, but you bet a worse end of stick. And that's like many essay cases. It sucked, but like, yeah, I like this. It was, I know that sounded bad, but I liked it because it was like an interesting storytelling mechanic. And yeah, I like to see that. Like, that there was good storytelling. That there was good. And Christon Cole's reaction to all this was fantastic. Him himself, being an honorable man, tried to do the right thing. There's two ways to interpret his proposal to Rhaenyra. One, he loved her and he wanted to live a better life with her, which it's very possible. And I'm not gonna hold you with the new episode within season 1 might be season episode 1 of season 2 most likely is the case now. But or the second option is he's honor bound to marry Rhaenyra, because in their world, like, chivalry and knighthood is everything, and Christian Cole's honor could mean something. An example of this would be Robb Stark. In the show, it's more different. He kind of falls in love with the medic lady, but in the books, I believe her name is like last name Westerling. Like, Robb kind of took her maidenhood or her virginity, and he is therefore honor bound to marry her, because, like, you know, it's to protect her dignity and all that stuff. Those crazy nights. That sounded terrible, but yeah. But that way, like, it's to, like, pretty much to keep their dignity attached, and, you know, like, keep everything on the up and up. And I like this option because there's room for interpretation of which it is, and it's never exactly stated which it is, and you can get your conclusion, but it allowed the character to have more layers than it really is. It could have been one of these two things, and rejection there meant the destruction of his honor, one of the main things he had. Okay, that's one. Number two, the wedding party, which Rhaenyra was going to get married to, gosh, I don't remember these characters' name anymore, it's been so long. I don't want to refer to him as this, but you probably remember him as the, you know, the gay black prince guy. Yeah, him. And in which he killed his lover because I don't remember, he said something that to him that rubbed him the wrong way, and like he totally like spazzed out and killed him, and he was about to all because, be in mind you, because he felt that he did something worth punishable, yet he would not be punished. Therefore, justice, another key part being part of his character, and he was about to until guess who? Alicent, the person who came and brought him back, who came here and gave him one chance of redemption, and him have to live with the stuff of what he did, that being his sacrifice. And I like that Alicent was the one to save him, because Alicent is a high tower, and what are high tower's words? We light the way. I love that. That there was fantastic, and I felt it was good writing. I felt that it gave the character depth and meaning and could be interpreted in multiple different ways, and I felt that this character was far more deeper than me to the eye if you want to give him a chance that way. And no matter how you view Christian Cole, be it a hero or a villain, I think it's good this way, because Batman is a great hero, but he's only as great as his roster calorie. Like, he has the Joker. The Joker's by far one of the most crazy and maniacal villains ever. And to fight Batman, yeah, that's actually good. The Rose Gallery makes the hero, as the hero makes the Rose Gallery. Like, this here is just great writing to me, and I truly do love it. But within this new episode of their relationship and Christian Cole now sleeping with Alicent, I felt like it destroyed so much of his character. What was the whole purpose of not wanting to be a whore? What was the your honor? You literally almost yourself because you weren't being punished for something you perceived to be doing wrong. Now it's not wrong no more. What was the problem in the first hand? Was it truly just a rejection? I really hate how they made this character. I really did. Like, it's just so sad because I felt like he was going somewhere, and I liked the storyline and where we're going. I felt like he could have went so far with the character, and I was curious to see where they're going, but the choice they made, I just didn't like it. And what I still have here, I guess I'll talk about Alicent real quick. In terms of her development, how this affects her character, I'm not as mad with it as with Alicent. Many people are calling her a hypocrite with her relationship to Rhaenyra, but I feel like they're completely, totally different standpoints. Alicent is what? A widow, mother of three, and the queen. Well, former queen, which she no longer has a title. She can't, because of the laws, have, like, you know, sleep around, but I'm more willing to give her a slide than I were to give Rhaenyra, because Rhaenyra at the time was heir to the throne and should be wedded to strengthen her claim, and maidenhood / virginity was a very big thing, which she was back then, so it was a very important thing for her character, and Alicent was mainly wanting her to have a good match so that she could secure a claim in her benefit. This will all go into her benefit, even if it was restrictive and not fairly applied to the males. The rules are different for her, so they were trying to play in her best interest, even though be it restrictive. So that's Alicent's layer of that. Or Allison was just, yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair enough statement to say on why that was a big deal. And I don't think it was sleeping around was the main thing. It was pretty much legitimizing her illegitimate children, well, bastard children. And that was the main problem, which she should have just came out and legitimized, but it weakened her claim so much. And then she left the capital too. It really felt like she wasn't trying to win. And now she's just crying and pissing for her kingdom. But that's how I feel about that. But as for Allison, I feel like she's in a different lead than Rhaenyra, and even though what she's doing is wrong, and you could argue it's a bit hypocritical, which I could see, I give her a slide. Plus, I remember in episode 9, like in season 1, I felt like it was her understanding that like everything that she's fought for and sacrificed for has all been being played by the background and being manipulated by her father. So I kind of feel like she doesn't care as much about it, even though there's probably still a bit of shame there. But I'm going to give Allison far greater slide than I am to give Rhaenyra, because the stakes for her and compared to Rhaenyra are not as dire. But that's just my feelings on it, guys. What did you guys think? Did you like new development? I think it was stupid, but here's my B3, guys. Stay animated.
His duty, where he sacrificed.